When changing a wheel, there are a few safety points to consider. Where possible, avoid changing your wheel on a busy road. If you have a flat tyre and need to replace it immediately, stop the car as far away as possible from moving traffic. Use your hazard warning lights and warning triangle to alert other drivers of your presence. Make sure that any passengers get out of the car and move to a safer location. Also make sure that the handbrake is applied to stop the car from moving. If you don't feel comfortable about changing the wheel yourself, contact your roadside assistance provider. If your car carries a spare wheel, it could be either a space saver or a full-size wheel. Make sure you know which it is, as they have different limitations. For example, a space saver may not be driven at speeds over 50 miles an hour, and it is only a temporary measure. To fit the spare wheel, remove all the following items from your boot: the jack, the spare wheel, the wrench, locking wheel bolt adapter, cap hook. As you will be jacking the car up, make sure your Audi is on level ground. First, use the small hook to pull off the bolt covers like this. Put them in a safe place so you don't lose them. Use the wrench and the locking wheel bolt adapter to unlock the locking wheel bolt first. Then loosen the remaining bolts, push down in an anti-clockwise direction. The bolts can be quite tight, so by pushing down, you can put more weight into it. But don't remove them completely yet. Now slip the jack under the car, locating the jacking point near the wheel arch. Check the handbook if you are unsure. Never get under the car whilst raised by the jack, as although secure, there is also a risk it could slip out. Wind the handle of the jack until the tyre is an inch or two off the floor. Now use the plastic hand wrench to remove the bolts completely. Gently prise the damaged wheel off the vehicle and put it to one side. If it's too stiff, leave it and call your roadside assistance provider. Take the spare wheel and fit it onto the vehicle, making sure the holes line up and the bolts fit back in. Return the bolts and screw back on with the hand tool, but do not tighten them yet. Lower the jack until the full weight of the spare wheel is back on the ground. Now use the wrench to tighten the bolts securely. Tighten the locking wheel bolt last and put the cover back on. Make sure when you have finished you return all the equipment and your damaged wheel to the boot for safekeeping. Now make sure you have your wheel repaired or replaced as soon as possible.